Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion. Slowly gets less shitty at dailies after returning. Again, I'm ashamed of yesterday's score, so I'm not going to even look at it, and that avoidance has served me well in life, except not really, but goodbye, Tomo. Get out of the room. Ruka, you gonna stay? How do you feel about it? Okay. We're Isaac, we're going to Mom's Heart. Yesterday's daily, I still sort of... I didn't look at the discourse about the daily, like I didn't go to the subreddit. Like the Isaac subreddit and see like were people all in the same boat as me, where they went to the deal with the devil after killing Mom, and then Mama Mega had somehow closed up the boss rush door on them. Imagine a lot of people were kind of like that. To be fair, that's a finicky bit of why not fight the boss? We got a bomb. That's a finicky bit of Isaac minutia, if you will. To have to remember, okay, not only does Mama Mega open boss rush, but if you ever leave the room after it opened boss rush will be closed. It's kind of like the, you know, the situation where if you get a crawl space on boss rush, when you exit, you don't exit into boss rush, you exit into the boss room. Little things to remember that are mostly only relevant on dailies where you're trying to find, like, a seam, more or less. Ruka, don't try to... You actually... Hey, what are you doing? This freak to stop that. This has got a freaking wall hanging up here. The cat just attacked it. This is not a scratching pad. You have a scratching pad. You don't need to scratch like, you know, a piece of canvas on the wall. It's out of control. Alright. What's your game plan now, cat? I appreciate actually... Oh, wait. There we go. Much better. I appreciate the cat distracting me, because sometimes I actually think I play better with a little bit of distraction. Usually, though, I don't want you to be in front of the screen directly. Okay. You know, sometimes I complain about my recording environment being a little chaotic, but I actually think I'm putting on airs. I actually think that I've become so used to the chaos that I don't really feel right if I'm not in that environment. Ooh, this is a tough one, because host hat is explosion immunity, which is pretty solid, but I think I'm gonna... Okay, I mean, even that is pretty good, but let's go for broke. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, that was not a good decision on my part. Host hat definitely would have been the right call. Multi-dimensional baby is also pretty good. But we got one more reroll here, and I'm hopeful we can still be vindicated. Giving up on host hat, though, is not like... Ah, crap. It's not as bad as giving up on, like, Pyromaniac, which I never would do, probably. But still, like, immunity to explosions probably would save us a little bit of damage over the course of a run. So it would be nice to go back in time and do that. We'd also have our bomb left, and we'd have a full charge going down to the next floor. So if you can go back in time yourself... Or if you can turn back time, like Cher, then I would recommend... Oh, God. Yeah, don't get hit by an explosion on this floor. It's too much, like, dramatic irony. I don't accept it. We need to get a bomb so we can get a Spirit Heart. But if you can go back in time, take Host Hat. Save your resources, take Host Hat. Are we going to get a Spirit Heart? No. Okay, well... I was excited because I was like, are we finally going to get... a guaranteed or nearly guaranteed deal with the devil? And the answer to that question is sadly no. But at least we know that it's no instead of thinking that it might have been yes. What's that supposed to mean? That's a great question. I don't know if I can handle 3 dailies in a row where I fuck up the second floor deal with the devil. It's just too much for me. I need to at some point get my sea legs back underneath me, you know, get some renewed confidence. So I'm going to take a little bit of a gamble with 2 keys on opening this golden chest, and it ended up being excellent. We're up to 13 cents with 2 keys, and the golden chest is open, which means now... Wow. Which means that now we should be able to open the item room and the shop. The shop might be a good avenue for us to pick up a Spirit Heart, theoretically, or something along those lines. And then, you know, Bob's your uncle, you see where we at. I kind of have no confidence right now in my ability to not take damage, and confidence is important. You need to be good enough at something that you're not worried about being bad at it. I don't find fear a motivator. I find it to be a paralyzer. You know, we gotta remind ourselves that we're actually pretty good at this game. And sure, shit happens, you know, let it roll off you like water off your back, but... You know, you gotta remember we've got a base level of competence. I got some good daily scores. I'd like to keep them that way. So we could go fight the boss right away. I kind of want to see what we've got in our rooms first, because it tends to be a bit of a smaller floor. Okay. Wow, the spider actually almost got us. And I'm not talking about Varys. Okay. Get out of here. And don't make that reference. Attack fly is totally worth it. I got no problems whatsoever with that. What I do have a problem with is we're 2 cents shy of being able to buy something at 15 cents from the shop, and I would like to. So, okay, well, we're 1 cent shy of being able to buy. Okay, that's also great. The shop's been excellent, but 1 bomb or 1 penny would be real nice right now. We also have a Joker card. I'm going to assume that that's kind of like next floor or the floor after, so I'm going to hold it for now. I'm not going to buy... please be the secret room here. This would be an excellent way to get value for us, but... fudge. I was going to say I'm not going to buy the playing card, but now I am. The problem is that there's such a good chance that it's going to be the ace of go fuck yourselves that... You know, I don't think buying those playing cards is necessarily always or even often the right decision anymore. But I don't think you can blame me for that one. I think you probably would have done the same thing if you were in my shoes there. You got like a 50% chance to get a nickel, and it felt like at least like a 1/3 chance to get a secret room there. So I thought that that was the best possible confluence for us. Maybe we want HP, but no. We will be taking... Succubus, and we will be taking Brimstone, and then maybe re-rolling that into, I mean, Super Bandage is better. I was kind of hoping we would get, like a Tears upgrade, but, I mean, let's be honest, this is still excellent. So what's the game plan now? Well, the game plan now is, thank God we didn't take stupid damage at any point, because, sincerely, this is now, like, an extremely overpowered daily, and we've only been hit 1 time. As far as I'm concerned, we've got every, ability to make this run happen. So, Varicose Veins is actually, like, extremely good, I think. If we get the Brimstone attack, I am gonna get that, but if we get the Brimstone attack every time we get hit, something like Dull Razor just becomes, like, disgustingly good. So let's peep this. No Dull Razor, but it is the ideal shop archetype. Did I buy a bomb? Yes, I did. Hey, cat. Hey, cat. Get out of here. Daddy's going for a top 250 daily performance, and you're engaging in horseplay. 2 of hearts again. So do we want blank card? I mean, yeah, blank card Joker is like seems acceptable. Does it give us a teleport? No, it does not. Don't re-roll this. Just blow him up. Okay, that's fine. Oh, there's still a penny, but this might even be it is the lucky penny. There you go. Okay, so we need 3 cents. That should happen pretty easily. Yeah, but blank card Joker is great. Blank card Awaz is sort of good. I guess we're going to Mom's Heart. Does Mom's Heart, and this is where I'd start to remember how much I've forgotten of Isaac from being away for a couple weeks. If it goes to Mom's Heart, do you get access to the Hush fight? I thought you did, but I might be mistaken. I guess we'll find out, because it looks pretty likely that we'll make it there in under 30 minutes. So, I mean, with Brimstone and decent damage, can't really complain. Speaking of which, can I complain about having a first level cube of meat? I think we'll probably just take it and be content to do so. No need to use the Joker card yet. Dude, I will absolutely take Death's Touch. Lowers our rate of fire and speed. No, just rate of fire, but raises our damage nicely. I can live with that. We're still 3 cents short. But we know what we gotta do now. You know you gotta go to the curse room on this floor, because if you can, you know, pick up the pact or the mark or something like that, become Guppy, you know, play a demon judgment, probably not as likely, but we're still so far ahead of schedule that we pretty much have to commit to this. I would really like this to have a key inside of it. Instead, it had watch battery. Which, oh, okay, I mean, we learned some valuable information there. One is, don't try to dodge that, you idiot. And the other one is, varicose veins totally works, and then we got Cricket Stab, which was the 3 damage increase as well. We are going to go to our cursed room. I was just hoping we'd get, like, some form of invincibility, but can't win them all. And honestly, the thing that... We'll teleport out of our cursed room, I think. We got the time. The thing that's worth noting here is that you might just think, like, damage is good. And that's true. It's certainly not bad. However, it's even better than just being good because we have Succubus. So Succubus is going to kill way more enemies now, way faster as a result of the fact that we have so much more damage. So that is a blank card pickup, which I think I should be stoked about. Blank card per throw. I mean, it's... Blank card per throw is strictly better than the D6. Because we get a 4-room charge instead of a 6-room charge. It's 50% better. It's pretty good. Well, no. It's not 50% better. You get the idea. So we want this. We don't want 2 of hearts. That will not get rerolled. I mean, I suppose if we wanted to, we could go per throw the D6 and get something for free. Then we lose out on our unlimited deals with the devil, though. Or, well, no, here, check it out. We are going to be a little bit behind schedule as a result of this. Plus, we're taking damage that you might not deem extremely appropriate. But 1 Spirit Heart thrown down the drain for a free item is not that bad. And the item ended up being Mom's Key, which is actually excellent for us if we get more chests. And then we go back, and now we have Blank Card Joker. Which I probably won't use right away because my HP is a little scary. But apart from that, great situation right now. I think we've made the right decisions. And honestly, I'm starting to feel like I've got some confidence underneath me. And we should have blown up that Spirit Heart, I'll tell you that much for sure. But I feel like I've got some confidence underneath me. And that I actually have the chance to, like, do well on today's daily. Which is a foreign feeling, sadly. I am going to teleport just to see. I don't need to take anything now. In a couple of rooms, we're going to get another charge anyway, right? So, figured we might as well just see what we've got there. We've got Guppy's Tail. Guppy's Tail plus Mom's Key is decent. You know, if we can get enough keys to sustain us. That was so stupid. Fucking mimics, dude. Good part of Afterbirth plus mimics. Not a secret room, so we are starting to rack up damage. Most of it has been productive damage, but some of it has not been, admittedly. Now, I'd say, like, high urgency updates or upgrades for us right now are tier. Does that sentence actually make any sense in the human English vernacular? What I'm trying to say is that if we get a tiers upgrade, I would be happy. More than happy. I think it's not quite essential, but it's close to it, you know? You know, if you get a full scholarship to school, if you maintain a 4.0 GPA, if you get a 3.9, it's not the end of the world, you know? You're still probably looking at being very employable after college, but just a little bit more work or focus could have carried you a long way. You get the idea. I'm not trying to shame you if you got a 3.9 GPA, you know? It's very admirable. Well, that's not, though. I'm gonna look for our shop. I mean, as always, I want to go to the cursed room. We're not ahead of schedule anymore, but because we have Brimstone, it should be fast enough for us to get ahead of schedule if necessary. I'm Drowsy Power Pill, Gulp. So we smelted Watch Battery. Which, despite being in the game for a long time, is a trinket I don't fully understand, but I think it has a good benefit, so I do not mind that we've been given watch battery. Haven't been to our shop yet, though. I thought watch battery was just like a sort of D, or not D, a sort of AAA battery. I thought it was like, occasionally you got one tick of charge. One increment, if you will. Are we gonna go to the curse room? Well, I'm gonna go open this golden chest up quickly. I want to go to the curse room, if only to grab, like, a spirit heart. Because I do feel like kind of screwing us in that department right now. It took more damage than I'd like to admit, but I guess we don't really get a say in that if we want to make sure that we're making it to boss rush. Eternal heart, maybe. That's what I'm looking for, an eternal heart. He's done it. Okay, so what is the purpose of that eternal heart? It means that we could... That was a bullshit spawn, but we didn't get hit. We could take Guppy's tail and live and be in an okay situation on the next floor. But let's see. Caffeine pill is pretty not great. Caffeine pill, power pill is fine. I actually think I'm just gonna book it. You know, we're about a minute behind schedule. Missing boss rush on a run this good would be embarrassing. This is fine. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Crack into it. High Priestess. I've made a huge mistake. That's what I wanted to do from the outset. Oh, I mean, it's a perfect pickup, but it does make me feel real nasty about not getting Guppy's tail on the last floor, which we should have done in hindsight. And maybe in foresight as well. But either way, 9 lives, like, by itself is just good. Even if we don't become Guppy, at least we'll be like, we got a decent item there. I will say, though, we might be missing some obvious synergies here. Like, we missed a shop. If the shop had Spirit Hearts, we'd be closer to becoming Guppy right now, because I would have felt more compelled to get Guppy's tail. And beyond that, it might have had Dull Razor. And if it had Dull Razor, once every 2 rooms, we get Tammy's head. Which, when you put it that way, doesn't sound that good, but I guess you're just gonna have to take my word for it. It is that good. We built this city. We built this city on Dull Razor. We don't even need to spend another bomb here, which is, you know, it's something I like to point out. Sometimes the game's logical or illogical situations create good things for you. Linger Bean. It's not good, necessarily, but I'm not against it. Sure. We definitely want starter deck. Holding 2 cards is really valuable, especially because we are looking for a seam. And then we will take this. And because of starter deck, we will get 4 more cards for doing this. So let's check it. Dagaz. I think you just crack on that twice. We probably should just keep it. I imagine we'll find a good card here as well. Okay, we didn't. We should have just kept the Gaz. That's, in hindsight, very obvious. Especially because we had another battery charge or 5 waiting for us outside. How about that? But we have been to the secret room already. So this one's all about just making progress quickly here. I think we should pop the moon. Well, why not? I think we should pop the moon card quickly on this next floor. We've already seen our deal with the devil, so we know what that holds. And what it holds right now is just nothing. Pop the moon card. Probably find yourself closer to boss rush. You can always teleport out later if you need to. Well, we've already seen it, so no big deal. And I guess if we don't get a hush fight, if we get the hush fight, we know what we do. You know, you go to the delirium floor and try to win there. If you don't get the hush fight, then I think what you do is try to find a self-sacrifice room on the womb 1 or 2. The problem is you won't know, you know, on the womb 1 if you're not going to get a hush fight. I mean, you would if you were a good player of Isaac, which apparently I've encountered a regression I'm not too pleased about. Can't hit you. There we go. There's one more. So I'm looking for an early boss fight. It really only benefits me to have an early boss fight here. I'm gonna take it just so we're guaranteed to get permanent Polaroid invincibility. I don't think it's particularly strong, as you might expect. But the faster we can make it through boss rush, the more flexibility we have. Because we can choose to do boss rush. Oh, that was close. We can choose to do boss rush and then do the rest of the floor, which we probably will because we haven't seen our item rooms yet. Or if for whatever reason boss rush takes us like 40 minutes, which is obviously hyperbole, but you get the idea. Then we can just be like, nah, we're out. You know, we want to make sure that the Hush fight is at least plausible. So the black hole is an okay item. Maybe even better than okay, but I think, as you might expect, we're going to go for the cancer pickup here, which is really, really nice. 3 spirit hearts. Those have not come so easily for us on this run. Dude, are you kidding me? Gertie, I had them way too balanced in terms of HP. So we probably should... we still hit him a little. We probably should try to stand in the succubus area as much as possible, but it's a little finicky sometimes. The fact that we killed Bloat this quickly is pretty good. Okay. We're doing fine. Infinite Range is really nice. It's my favorite David Foster Wallace novel. Probably not a typical YouTube reference, but you know what? Fuck that. That's where we're at in internet culture now. It used to be, you know, hey, you know, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, the USS Enterprise. Now it's like, oh, my reaction when the little professor says Kierkegaard was an existentialist, and then it's just like a picture of that dude going, bruh. You know, like I think internet culture now is like smart people, very learned individuals pretending to be stupid for everybody's amusement. And I respect that. That's on brand for me. Kierkegaard might be an existentialist. I don't know. Do I look like I studied philosophy? I studied biology, all right? The philosophy of the sciences. Stop. There we go. Well, I think most of the time, if you got a decently strong run, you're like, when do I expect to... What's the last possible, like, minute I can spend on Depths 2 and still make it to the Hush fight, if possible? Usually it ends up being, like... I think around 25 or 26 minutes, you start to say, like, alright, this is getting ridiculous. Dude, Succubus is crushing it. I'm also hoping that I can atone for my earlier mistake. And that, honestly, like, the biggest mistake I made on this run was on this floor or the last floor. I can't remember now. I think it's last floor. Why in the world would you ever pop the Dagaz rune? That was so stupid as well. But why in the world would you ever pop the Dagaz rune when you have blank card? It's infinite HP and also no curses for the rest of the game. So, like, that was actually just very, very dumb. I'm not thrilled with some of the damage that I've taken here over the rest of boss rush as well, but you know, that's life. We'll figure it out. I'm not too concerned. You know, I don't think we have a top 10 performance in us here. Everybody's going to be doing pretty well on today's daily, I imagine. But I think we could be up there, though. Either way, we're going to be out of here at like 22 minutes. Or less. Or exactly, actually. So we don't need to use the Joker card we've already seen. We do want to teleport out. In teleporting out, we know exactly where we are, and we want to go get a shop access, and also perhaps a little Item room access, please. Would we even take Dull Razor? Luckily, we don't need to know. 15 cents for everything in here. Or we could diplopia something else later. I think you just accept this as your Lord and Savior. Oh, there you go. So that's like, I don't feel as bad about the gods anymore. And we'll keep the Joker card. Yeah, I know it's the Hierophant. The only remaining thing is in there was a moon card, and I don't really care about the moon card at all. But we need one more thing. We need a way to get past the mom's heart floor. And there's a couple of different ways that can manifest. And the obvious one is getting a self-sacrifice room. And then we don't even need a teleport card to teleport out of the mom's heart fight. That just happens. Dude, I'm so glad I came back. The mulligan is beautiful. Wish I didn't come to this room, though. Let's go! He's done it. Okay. We've already been to the arcade. Do we want the full exploration bonus? I actually think, like, I don't care. Instead, we'll just move along. 7 bombs, not a ton. Okay, 17,000, you know, it's roughly... Should have placed the bomb up there for extra value, but 17,000 is roughly where you'd expect to be on a good daily after doing boss rush. So I think that we're competitive here. Not particularly slow, maybe not as fast as I would like to be, but we shouldn't have any problems finding our way to the boss fights, assuming we don't get terrible curses. And I feel very good about this situation. Plus, now that we have like unlimited spirit hearts, we should be able to take whatever deal with the devil we come across. I mean, we might not want to take whatever deal with the devil we come across, as evidenced by that razor blade there. Not actually bad, but bad for us in this situation. Mostly this is just... At this point, like, I don't want to be cynical, but we're doing these rooms for points. There's really no reason to take the time to do a room with a relatively low expected yield. Except to get the points for finishing it. And, you know, whatever consumables we might get. You never know if maybe the key to the kingdom's in here somewhere. I don't know if, like, an AWAS is even that good for us. It definitely... I would probably take it over Joker at this point, because it grants us one extra floor, no doubt, but... Oh, that was so bad. I just watched it approach. I don't think we want to leave this floor right away. Is this... Oh, sometimes these guys just stand still and get frozen. You know, it's a lot like Elsa and... Stop! If I could go... Look, I'm not anti-frozen. Okay? First off, I consider myself extremely blessed to have not had children in the year, you know, 2013 to 2017, where I would have to hear Let It Go like a million times. But I've already heard it 500,000 times. Let It Go was just... It took the world by storm. I need you to move on. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I've never seen it. Not as like a political protest, just the situation's never presented itself because I'm, you know, a nearly 30-year-old man. Not that there's anything wrong with watching it even if you are a 30-year-old man. Just saying it doesn't fit into my wheelhouse of stuff that I normally like to watch. Oh, you don't normally like to watch good movies? Look, this is getting sidetracked on the point of the conversation. Okay, so there's our self-sacrifice room, should we care, which I think we shouldn't until the next floor. Now, of course, we're kind of like biting the hand that feeds. We know there might not be one on the next floor. But anyway, move on to some other animated movies, man. Like, if that's your thing. I like Zootopia a lot. Every time I tell people I like Zootopia, they go, oh, I didn't realize you like fucking cartoon animals. First off, if you do, that's none of my business. Secondly, someone better tell Disney, you know, the movie only made $1 billion because people like fucking cartoon animals. I didn't realize. I thought it was just a movie with a, you know, quick-witted sense of humor and a frenetic pace and a good heart. But instead, I guess I only liked it because I get a big old boner when the animals come on screen. I didn't realize. Quote some songs from that. People probably already do, and I'm just unaware. I'm trying to think of what else. Kubo and the Two Strings, man. Kubo! Kubo and the Strings. We gotta peep it, right? Like, we can get paid out immediately regardless, so let's do so. By the way, we should go, like, a lot faster. What was I thinking here? I didn't even need to use the Hierophant. That was a little stupid. Anyway, we just need to find the boss room quickly to see if the Hush fight exists. My hunch now is actually that it doesn't, but I don't know why I would twist like that. Just like, I'm going on emotional memory or something right now. Curse of the Blind doesn't matter too much. Even if we get something terrible from our deal with the devil, we can afford it. Like, our spirit hearts are not that precious right now. I don't actually care about either of those. Like, we could blow up the Judgment, but time is of the essence right now. It's also, like, a valuable thing, so watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock ticks life away. You got this. Yeah, we're gonna make the boss fight, I think. Unless we accidentally get trapped in, like, the worst room ever. By the way, still waiting on that Tears upgrade. Far be it from me to complain about today's run. You know, the Isaac gods have been good to us. The troll engine has been on our side. Just throwing it out there that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if we picked up a Tears upgrade. I mean, all I'm trying to say is that if you got a Tears upgrade, I wouldn't kick it out of bed for eating crackers. I mean, all I'm trying to say is if the Tears upgrade was a Disney movie, it would be Frozen because everyone would like it right now. Oh, I mean, all I'm trying to say is, I don't have any more jokes. I'm out of jokes. It's finally happened 6 years later. You know we've been getting low for a while. No Hush fight. Okay. So what's the problem now? We need to find a self-sacrifice room. Otherwise, the optimal play was probably to use the self-sacrifice room on the last floor. I think. We haven't seen an Awaz rune. So an Awaz rune is fairly unlikely to exist. Possibly. I didn't blow up every skull that I came across, but there's a couple of outs that already exist for us on this floor, actually, that we should keep in mind. Like, that double key room could lead to a 5 room, which is a forget-me-now, and then, you know, Bob's your uncle, we're in a good spot. Or... well, we're getting a little low, I don't know. Get the shovel. Self-sacrifice room could just exist, that's the other one. And if it does, we're gonna be good. If it doesn't exist on this floor, we did fuck up. We should have taken it on the last floor, but today's daily I can be prouder of. Because, you know, it's really a crapshoot. Where you'd shoot, you could just as easily be wrong for the exact same reason I'm right on this run, or be right for the exact same reason I'm wrong. So, I really don't feel, on dailies like this, where it's really just like, did you randomly select the right floor to use the self-sacrifice room? I don't get too bummed out about it, because I just accept that, you know, sometimes you're going to be on the right side of variance, and sometimes you're not. I'm trying to think, like, a second secret room, in theory, could it have anything to help us out? And I think the answer is no. But I'm genuinely trying to figure out if that's actually the case. Awaz? Berkano. Dude, I actually, you know, it's how they get you. My hopes got up there. I think you do fuck the Hierophant card and try to take the Stars card into a... hoping that it would give you an error room. In theory, I suppose we could play the Judgment, especially now that we can get in there for free. We should play the Judgment. I don't think there's any chance the Judgment pays out with a shovel of all things, but maybe he will because we're on a cursed room, although I think the odds of it are quite low, if I'm being honest. And by quite low, I mean possibly literally 0. The compass. Okay, well, gotta check. So yeah, I mean, we got a second secret room we're still looking for, but this is probably the end of today's daily. But this was a good one. We played fine. We didn't get any, super cool synergies or anything like that, but for the most part, we played fine. I left a little bit of points on the board by taking damage I shouldn't have taken, especially on boss rush, but we explored pretty much everything. We did give ourselves a chance to get to the Hush fight. If I could go back in time, the only thing I'd do is play the self-sacrifice room faster. 639, alright. He's lost his touch. He's lost his power. No, but this is not that bad. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.